Good morning. Welcome to our Sunday meditation and Dharma gathering. My name is Jen, and I'm so happy to be here today. So one of the things I love about Won Buddhism is that it challenges us to think about how we're viewing the world. So quick story, yesterday I was cutting the grass in the ditches in my house, and with all the rain, and it wouldn't dry, so it was like every 20 feet clogging up my lawnmower, and I had to tip it on the side and pull out the grass, and was getting super frustrated, right? So I looked at my watch to see what time it was, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm getting zone minutes for this, and which is like, actually, it's basically saying you are exercising. So I'm like, instead of crying about this, is what I felt like doing. I thought, this is a workout. I'm getting a workout, and my grass is eventually getting cut. So it's just one of those things that that Won Buddhism just literally changes us into how we're viewing the world and how we're viewing our life experience. So today we're going to begin our practice by reading the essential dharmas of daily practice, and that is on page 11. So we'll read those together. The mind is originally free from disturbance, but disturbances arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the equanimity of our true nature by letting go of disturbances. The mind is originally free from delusion, but delusions arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the wisdom of our true nature by letting go of delusions. The mind is originally free from wrongdoing, but wrongdoings arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the precepts of our true nature by letting go of wrongdoings. Let us replace disbelief, greed, laziness, and ignorance with belief, zeal, questioning, and dedication. Let us turn resentment into gratitude. Let us turn dependency into self-reliance. Let us turn reluctance to learn into willingness to learn well. Let us turn reluctance to teach into willingness to teach well. Let us turn a self-serving mind into a mind that serves the good of all. Now, to prepare our bodies for meditation, with some gentle stretching, Kathleen will come and guide us. Please stand behind your mats.
Good morning. Good morning, friends at home. It's been such a hot, rainy week. So let's cool our body and energy a little bit by doing some very gentle motions to begin with. Start with your feet together and just take a moment. Feel that connection between your feet and the floor. Very gently, this will be a small movement. Shift your body around. Feel how that connection changes. And come back to center point. And let's lift the foot and place it underneath our shoulders. Now our feet are parallel, shoulders width apart. Let's do that same thing, very gentle motion. Feel the shift. Come back to center. While we're feeling that rooted, grounded sensation, let's just gently turn our heads from side to side. You can breathe in Release your breath. Body and breath are moving together. This next time, let's add our torso. Hips stay planted, but our torso moves with our head and neck. Breathing in and out. Come back to center. Now let's gently, as we breathe in, just sink down to our knees a little bit. Torso is upright, we're just sinking. And then releasing and coming up. Again, matching our breath and body at your own pace. One more time. Now we're going to combine all of this. So, as we sink, we're going to turn our torso and head and drop down. Dropping down, look forward, turn to the other side, and come up. Turning to a side, dropping down. Turning to the other direction, releasing up. To the side and dropping down. Other side, releasing up. We can just do this. We're kind of doing this circular motion. Body and breath. Let's come back up to standing and turn the other way. Turning the other way, sinking down, coming across, breathing up. Sinking, turning, rising. Turning, sinking, turning, rising. Center. Now, this next time we come up, go in the other direction, let's invite our arms and hands to join us. We're turning, sinking, swinging the arms gently and coming up. Turning, arms open, swirling, coming up. One more time, down, swirl across, come up. Other direction, swirling down, coming up. Beautiful. Come back to center. We've been doing a lot of bending, so let's give our knees some TLC. Shift your weight to one side. With your free leg, put your heel down, toes pointed up. We're going to rub our hands together. And then massage our knees. All around, front, back, and side. And coming up, put down, other side. Shift your weight, heels down, toes up. Rub your knees. Alrighty, come up. Let's give some care to our head and neck. So let's start by just tilting your ear to one shoulder. And stay there for a moment. And then to the other side. Ear to shoulder. One more time on each side. Let's drop our head down. Relax your jaw and allow it to open as we do circles, slow circle, our head and neck. Breathing in, releasing our breath. One more time on each side. Beautiful. Now, we're going to do something that almost involves no motion at all, but it will be a nice gift for our head and neck. Take one hand, press it against the side of your head, like where your ear, a little above your ears, right above your ears. And our head and hand are going to press against each other. So my head is pressing towards my hand is pressing towards my head. And just take one breath, just pressing in. Release your breath. Let's do the other side. Hands above your ears. Breathe in, press. And release. Two hands behind our head. Press back. As you breathe in, press. And release. And two palms on top of each other on your forehead. Push and pull. All right, let's release our hands. Do one more head roll on each side. Down, breathing in. Other side. Come back to center. Let's breathe in, extend our arms. Flat back, bending forward. You can energy ball with your hands. Slowly curve up. Tilt our hands towards the ceiling. Press up, around, and release. Scooping the energy up. And out. Bend your knees. Push. Feel your strength. And release. One more time. Bend forward. Energy ball. Tilt your hands to the ceiling. All the way around. Scoop up the energy and press. Release. Bring your feet together. Let's take a breath in. Palms coming up together. Down to heart center, breathing in and up, down and resting on our hearts. Now we're we're going to offer 4 bows to Dharmakaya Buddha for full grace. You're welcome to do standing bow or full prostration bows. Please stand behind your mat.
With gratitude, I bow to the grace of heaven and earth, honoring the marvelous gift of nature and the universe. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of parents, ancestors, and everyone who has given me life and nurtured me. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of fellow beings, recognizing the truth of interconnectedness. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of laws, which guides us, protects us, and promotes justice. Meditation is simple and easy. Anyone can practice it. Please take the time to find your most comfortable position on the floor or in a chair. Rock back and forth, side to side, until your body feels centered. Scan your entire body to see if there's any tension. Let go of tension in your face and head, neck, and shoulders. Breathe in. Notice tension. Breathe out. Release any mental or physical uneasiness. Relax your whole body. It is okay to slouch a bit if that feels more natural. If your body agrees, gradually sit up tall. You may start to feel your lower back growing stronger and your chest and heart opening. Now, open your eyes softly and look straight ahead and simply relax your eyelids. Keep your ears aligned with your shoulders and tuck your chin in slightly. Let your shoulders melt away from your ears. Enjoy the sensation of your arms and hands relaxing. Now bring awareness to your tongue. Place the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth. While your tongue is in the relaxed on your palate, pure and clear saliva may gather in the mouth. This is a delightful sign of cool energy ascending. Smile at your calm and clear spirit. Invite your awareness to return to your lower abdomen, your Qi energy field. This is called the Danjan and is located about 2 inches below your navel. Your Danjan is the power center for your breathing. If your legs ache unbearably, you may change your position very slowly so that you maintain a calm stillness and honor the silent practice of those around you. When thoughts arise in your mind, do not be disturbed by them. Do not react to your thoughts or pursue them. They are just thoughts and will disappear by themselves. Continue to bring your awareness back to your Danjan abiding breath. When your mind is calm, concentrated, perfectly focused, and at peace, you will rest in the realm of samadhi, deep meditation. You will no longer feel any distinction between yourself and others, free from the limits of time and place. We are grateful to sit here quietly together, finding the still point within. May we be here now, deeply aware of our ever calm, ever alert spirit.
Youngju, page 4. Chanji Yangki Ashim Jang Mansayoe Ashim Tong Chanji Yoa Dong Ilche Ayo Chanji Dong Shim Jong. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one with the way of heaven and earth.
Prayer for world peace. Grace of
Heaven and earth, grace of parents, grace of fellow beings, grace of laws. O Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace, may we take refuge in Dharma and be filled with compassion and wisdom. May we transform delusion into wisdom, greed into generosity, resentment into gratitude, and discord into harmony, and hatred into compassion. May all nations grow and benefit mutually. May the strong help the weak, and may the weak learn and evolve according to Dharma. May all those who have died from world conflicts and disasters be delivered through all obstacles and be at rest. May there be peace throughout the world, and may all beings enjoy tranquility and happiness, living in their original true nature. This we pray with our whole hearts.
So Wish and pray, sincerely and truly, where my hands touch the world, where my feet walk on the earth, where my voice echoes through the hills, and in all realms where my heart and mind reach, that we all together, share a true affinity for attaining great enlightenment and for helping all living beings.
Sutra chanting, page 9, Yilwan Song Vow. Yilwan Song Vow.
Yilwan is the realm of samadhi, beyond words and speech, the gateway of birth and death, transcending being and non-being, the origin of heaven and earth, parents, fellow beings and laws, the true nature of all Buddhas, enlightened masters, unenlightened people, and sentient beings. Yilwan manifests as both permanence and impermanence, viewed as permanence. Yilwan unfolds into an infinite world that is ever abiding, spontaneous, just as it is, viewed as impermanence. Yilwan unfolds into infinite worlds through the cycle of formation, duration, decay, and extinction of the universe, and the birth, aging, illness, and death of all beings. According to how we use our minds and bodies in the four forms of birth, we transform through the 6 realms of existence, progressing or regressing, with grace arising from harm or harm from grace. Therefore we unawakened beings vow to practice wholeheartedly, modeling ourselves after Yilwan Song, the Dharmakaya Buddha, by cultivating our minds and bodies deeply, knowing human affairs and universal principles thoroughly, and using our minds and bodies skillfully, thus progressing rather than regressing, and receiving grace rather than harm, until we attain the great empowerment of Yilwan and become one with the nature of Yilwan.
Hello, my name is Heidi. I'm living in Berlin. I'm 64 years old, and I found Won Buddhism Temple in Berlin in the Corona time. And since that, I'm a member of your temple group in North Carolina with Reverend Qi Gong. She's wonderful, and it's such a great gift for me to meet you and the Dharma friends. I like very much the online group Sunday, because I think it's very a good possibility for beginners to start meditation, to listen to your guidance, and to see how other people sitting. Some of them are sitting on a mat or in a chair or whatever. And I like, of course, the Saturday online group. So we have a little talk in the Dharma group. And of course, online, like today, the online classes when we discuss texts from Sotisan. That's great too. First is, let me say thank you deep from the bottom of my heart to you, Reverend Won, and to Reverend Sean, and to Tech Team. That's, for me, Tech Team is so important to have contact with you and online friends, and to see your wonderful garden, and to see what the children's groups, the children's camp. It's the best I've ever have seen. And they're so wonderful young persons. And I like to see them, to see how they singing together, and their wonderful creativity, their ideas, and I see their parents helping too. And I hope I can travel to America as soon as possible.
This morning, Reverend Won is going to share her Dharma Talk, The Power of Water. Let us practice deep listening and warmly welcome Reverend Won.
The recent flooding here in Chapel Hill, in Texas, and elsewhere has been bringing our attention to the power of rain and water. We extend our deepest condolences to those who tragically lost their lives in the recent flooding. This heartbreaking loss is a solemn reminder of how deeply our lives and nature are interconnected. During the night of Tropical Storm Chantal, the car of one of our temple friends floated away, and the lower floor of her apartment complex was completely flooded. It is reported that a couple hundred people, many businesses, municipal buildings, and vehicles in Chapel Hill and Cobble area were severely affected by the floods. Our temple garden was also heavily damaged. Bridges over the stream floated away, and a big maple tree near the creek was uprooted. Over the past 20 years, we have been striving to make water flow smoothly through the creek in our garden. We placed many rocks and plants along its banks, hoping the banks would hold the water back. But the recent storm reminded us that nature has the final say. When he built this Dharma Hall in 2011, the Cobble zoning department required us to plan for stormwater management based on the worst flood in the past 100 years. Following their guidelines, we created a biopond next to our parking lot and a retention pond along the driveway. The biopond alone cost us $50,000. During that process, I remember complaining about so much red tape. At the time, it was easy for me to consider the town's regulations as complicated, bureaucratic nuisances, But now I see the grace of laws that embody the foresight to prepare us for extreme weather events. Through all the years since, whenever we have been drenched by heavy rains, like we were in the recent storms, I have deeply appreciated those little ponds saving us from greater flooding. Thanks to the grace of fellow beings who guided us to install them. Bows to stormwater scientists, town hall staff, and site engineers. With the recent storms, we have been reminded of the power of water. With awe and respect, we deeply contemplate the life-giving and life-destroying nature of water. The life-giving and life-destroying nature of water. Water is indeed powerful, and it is also essential. Water is life. Not only for human beings, but also for our temple garden and all living things. Flowing water in the temple garden always reminds me of the truth of interconnectedness. The water from our neighbor's land becomes the water in our land, and that water goes to the land of other neighbors and to the community park. We are therefore all responsible for respecting the water and preserving the land together. We all are aware that water does not hold any negative or positive characteristics. Water itself is neither good nor bad. It just is. But as a force of nature, water embodies profound Dharma teachings, which are known as the Tao of water in Asian culture. In Won Buddhism, there are about 200 traditional songs, and each carries a Dharma message. One of these songs speaks to the virtue of water. Virtue of water. There are 3 verses. As I share the meaning of the lyrics, I will sing a little bit of each one. 푸른 세상 만물을 기르면서도. The first verse of the song says, water nurtures all things in the world, yet it flows humbly to low places. We learn the virtue of humility from water. Water's nature is to flow downhill. This is a simple observation, yet profound. The book, the Tao Te Ching, uses water as a powerful metaphor to express an ideal way of being. Regarding the humility of water, it says, the highest good is like water. Water gives life to 10,000 things, but does not strive. All streams flow to the sea because it is lower than they are. The ocean symbolizes humility through service. By staying low, the ocean receives all streams. Humility gives the ocean its power. Recently, on our way back from the annual Gyomunim's retreat in New York, we stopped at a temple friend's home by the ocean. I was surprised to see how the land was so flat and low there. After the visit, while driving back to Chapel Hill, the land gradually became more hilly and higher in elevation. I often forget the simple geographic fact that all of the water from Chapel Hill, Raleigh, and everywhere else will eventually flow down to the ocean. By being low, the ocean receives all streams. 물은 본래 그 성질 부드러워도. The second verse is about the power of water with its constant, persistent nature. To translate, though water by nature is soft, drop by drop, it can penetrate even stone. Let us model ourselves on the constant, persistent nature of water. Have you ever seen a hole in a huge rock made from water dripping on it for many years? Rocks can be eroded by the constant activity of water. Water inspires us to achieve the most difficult tasks, drop by drop, step by step. This song tells us that with our penetrating spirit, we invoke the power of unwavering dedication. Chapter 78 in the Tao Te Ching says, "Nothing is softer than water." To quote, "Nothing in the world is as soft and yielding as water. Yet, for dissolving the hard and inflexible, nothing can surpass it. The soft overcomes the hard. The weak overcomes the strong." When was the last time you played with the water? When we touch water, it is smooth and slippery on our skin. Water's strength lies in its softness. Because it is soft, it is flexible. With its gentle and flexible nature, water flows around all obstacles. 물은 맑고 흐림을 두루 합하여. Verse 3. Water embraces clarity and cloudiness, both joining together to form the sea. May we emulate the unity of water by joining together in solidarity. This last verse expresses the harmony and unity of water. Regardless of being clear or murky, not polarized, water flows in unison to reach one great ocean. When water collects, it develops great strength. When it is harnessed, it brings forth even greater good, such as that from water dams, irrigation systems, and hydroelectric plants. Likewise, to reach the benefits of a common ground, we must work together with a collective strength and boundless cooperation. Regardless of our differences, when we aspire having a harmonious society, we create a place where all waters gather in one ocean. With the power of solidarity, we fellow beings can realize our potential to become a flowing force for beneficial change. Dear friends, let us remember that water is adaptable and yielding. It can flow gently and effortlessly, always onward. It nourishes all things without seeking recognition. Finally, one more quote from the Tao Te Ching. Do you have the patience to wait till your mud settles and the water is clear? Can you remain unmoving till the right action arises by itself? Again, do you have the patience to wait till your mud settles and the water is clear? Can you remain unmoving till the right action arises by itself?
Thank you, Reverend Won Gong, for reminding us of all the important and meaningful aspects of how water is a model in our lives and can show us the way of both strength and softness. Friends at home, you're invited to pause as you reflect on Reverend Won Gong's talk, and are also welcome to share your comments in the live chat. Friends here in the Dharma Hall, please pair up in small groups and share your thoughts and takeaways with each other.
And you're trying to get away from it. I don't like this. I want to do this thing. It's very interesting. I'm sure it's probably true in most states. Water has a usual volume to flow where it's able to flow. You're not allowed to just dig a ditch, just go something deeper and make sure it's all done. The rights of water in
Thank you for your practice today. You're invited to walk to our garden to see the creek, connect with the water energy. Thanks to kind volunteers' help, it's been looking much better now. And whenever weather is cool, we always welcome any of you who would like to hang out in our garden, plucking weeds, picking up the branches. And also feel free to enjoy some of our temple vegetable garden. Squash is about to just be everywhere, and then we have some other greens. Then you're welcome to experiment in your kitchen. Do you have any other announcements? They are ready.
Well, it has been really lovely practicing with you this morning in person and through live streaming. Now, did you know that our YouTube channel is more than just our Sunday live streaming? You can deepen your understanding through Dharma Talks, past Sunday Dharma services, as well as healing chants. And there are other temple videos as well. Please subscribe to not miss anything and to support our Dharma work.
Our intro class to Buddhism and Won Buddhism will be held on Saturday afternoon, September 13th, here in Chapel Hill. This is a good opportunity to learn the essential teachings of both traditional Buddhism and Won Buddhism.
I hope you have a clear schedule for August and September, because in the first week of August, our teens 2-night overnight retreat will be held. So teens, I think I see some, please sign up now. Now, during our Labor Day weekend, that's for grown-ups, our 1-night overnight happiness retreat will be held at the Chapel Hill Temple. You can register through our website. And also in September, our young adult half-day retreat is happening on Saturday afternoon on September 20th.
During the recent torrential storms in North Carolina, the Kingwood apartment complex in Chapel Hill was hit especially hard. At least 6 families with children have lost everything, and their apartments are uninhabitable. This week's donations received by our temple will be given to these families to support their recovery. Cash and checks are welcome, and as our online contributions. So please mark your donations as flood relief. Thank you so much.
Now this afternoon, at our beautiful sister temple, which is in Raleigh, you are invited to join us at our North Raleigh temple for more mindfulness and peace. The meditation session begins at 4 p.m. And now, let's turn to page 13 to bless one another with our morning prayer song.
Of mind, may I walk along the path of the Buddha, Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace. I begin a new day with your grace. Today gratefully and with gentle words, may I live in harmony with all those I meet. Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace. I begin a new day with compassion. Today making the world a more loving place. May I do all that I can for one world.
Let's raise our left hands up. Look at our Mr. Sony. Wave hands. Thank you, online friends joining us. I think today about 47 friends live streamed with us.